happy people. Welcome to Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. Love you. So we are here to do my kit down. We finished this together. We did SpongeBob's face, and I kind of did my post review already. But I just wanted to pull it back out. We're gonna kit this baby down, and I'll be honest with you, I don't remember everything I said in my post review. I think I just said it was awesome. But I did want to say that for such a color blocky kit, I'm very, very impressed with the grid and square and the ratio, because it is I like a very tight fit. I don't like a lot of gaps, and when there's a lot of color blocking, it can look very choppy, but you can see that it does not look very choppy. I'm very, very, very happy with the grid and the squares and the square size to grid ratio. It was awesome. Very happy with it. I think the most area that I feel is choppy is Patrick. You can see there. But that is, I always toss that up to like placement, because I'm using a multi-placer. I'm not like checkerboarding. If I had taken the time to checkerboard, I'm sure that wouldn't have happened. And, you know, when you don't see a lot of that in all the other areas, you know it's just your placement. So, but it's not even that obvious. I'm hanging this one up in my craft room. I haven't bought a frame for it yet, but I plan to. So yeah, very, very happy with the whole experience of this. So we are going to kit it down, and this is what I kitted it up in. And I don't remember if I showed you guys my trash before, but that's all the trash. And considering how many 310s that I did use, that's like nothing. Absolutely nothing. So definitely want to keep all of these squares. No issues with any of the drills. And I think what I'm going to do is, this is my little book here. I don't know what all this is. You know, you do things and then months later, they don't make sense to you anymore. And that's exactly what's going on here. Okay, so I need this pack. And I don't know what all this is. Okay. And we're just gonna go to the squares. And I like to do this in the beginning. I think I'm just gonna use the legend because they're in order. All right, so we don't worry about the ABs. So 209, I'm gonna mark off 209. Do I have 209? I do. So I have 209, 301, I have 301, 310, I know I have 310, 318, we have 318, 340, we have 340, 402, we have 402, 597. 597 is a new one. Okay, so we do need to make a card for that. It's turquoise. I'll go ahead and use one of these cards. And so I hope everybody's having a good day, and I'm just going to go through and see. I mark off my DAC, Orlo, and Dreamers Designs, And I try to keep them all separate. $5.97 is what I said. But if I don't have any marked on that color, then I need to make a card for it. If I have any marked off, I don't need to make the card or get a bag. So I'll need to get a bag for that. So $5.97, 603. I have that. 605. Next page. I have that. 608. I don't have that. So 608, we'll get a red card. 608. Oh, and usually I mark them off too while I go. So 608, now I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have $5.97. Turquoise. Okay, so 608, 666. I have that. 712. I have that. 718. I have that. 726. I don't have any for 726. So we will get a yellow card. And 726 right here. 726 Topaz Light. 772. What is that? Yellow, green, very light. I don't have that. So we need a light green card. 772. It's on the next page. Is that what it is? 772. It's not marked off, but I don't have the card. I'm guessing it's this one because let's look in here. 772. I do have one. And it says, oh, PR. That stands for premium. Okay. Do I have 772? Oh, I do. It's over here. So I didn't notice that. Okay, so let me put this card back. Now we can mark it off here. Oh, I did. All right, moving on. 775. So yeah, I am definitely going to be doing I have that 797. It's been 7 days. So we'll be picking the winner for the gift card to Calming Canvas Designs. 798, we have that. 807, we don't have any. So Peacock Blue. So we'll get out a dark blue. 807. Peacock Blue. There we go. Yeah, so we'll pick the winner from our comments from last week's whip and chat. I was going to do a whip and chat, but I just didn't feel like it. And I figured I have so many of these that I have to, well, I only have two to kit down. 814, 912. I've been pretty good about kitting them down, so I want to kind of keep up with that. Not that I have another one finishing in the horizon. Emerald Green Light. We don't have that, so let's get out green. What did I say? It was 912. I was hoping to finish the Dreamers Designs before the end of August, but that's just not going to happen. 913. Nile Green Medium. So we'll get out the green again. 913. Actually, we'll get out the light green card. I think that's more appropriate. 913 Nile Green Medium. And then what do we have? 972. Yeah, I just didn't feel like diamond painting and talking. 972 Canary Deep. All right, so that's yellow. Canary's yellow. 972. Almost orange. Maybe I should get an orange one. I don't use a lot of orange. There we go. 993 Aquamarine, very light, we have it. 3012 Kayak Green Medium, we have it. 3326. Let's see, 3326 Rose Light. We do not have that. Do we have any pink ones? I might be out of pink. I'm almost out of pink. Use this. Rose Light, 3326. Let's see. I changed 3326. There she is. Rose Light. 3766. 37 Peacock Blue Light. I don't need to make a card because I have it in a different brand. 3810 Turquoise Dark. I don't have that, so I'll just get a dark blue. 3810. It's right here. 3811 Turquoise Very Light. I don't have that either. 3811. 3823. Geez, Yellow Ultra Pale. I don't have that either. Yellow Ultra Pale. What was that? 3823. 23. There we go. Almost done. 3844 Bright Turquoise Dark. I have it in another brand. 3845 Bright Turquoise Medium. And I don't have that in any brand, so we need a card. What did I say it was? Bright Turquoise Medium, 3845. Here we go. Yeah, so I kicked my dog out of the room. I didn't kick her out of the room. I put her to bed. I put her to bed because I don't know, guys. Autumn Gold Dark we have, and then this is the last one, 3855. Autumn Gold Light we have. Perfect. We can put these away. I don't know if she's, because she's, you know, she's 13. I don't know if she's going senile, but her level of food obsession is just getting like worse. And it's distracting to the point of like every move I make in my chair, she thinks that it might mean I'm getting up to get food. And she like jumps up because she wants to get food. Like I can't even like swivel in my chair in any way without her like jumping up. It just makes me feel stressed. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't relax. I can't relax around you. And then she's out of her bed, sitting, staring at me like, are we doing? No, we're not doing this. Okay. I don't want to eat every 2 minutes like you. Like, so I just couldn't take it anymore. I like her to hang out with me, but like, she's just a bundle of stress waiting to eat. And it's it's getting out of control. I can't. I mean, like, we're like, look at her. She looks crazy. What happened? What is this? What is that? That must be, where's the sticker for this? That's weird. Wait, is this, oh, are these are mixed. Oh, really? Did I really do that? I didn't take care of that? What? Oh, these are mixed. But what? I can't remember which ones are mixed now. Oh, yeah, now I know. Oh, God. Look, can you tell that it's 2 colors in there? It's 823 and 712 in here. Ugh, I did that. I don't, oh, okay. Let me see, 823, yeah. And 712, okay. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that right now. We're not going to do that. I just can't. All right, so I'm going to go in order. 209. So where's my 209? 209. Oh, what? It's a squiggly. It's the squiggly. Yeah, I don't know, guys. So I just had to put her away. Like, I can't deal with her and her obsession. So let's see here. Ooh, are we gonna match? I love it when we match. I got drills in this tray. I got drills in them. I don't know why that song came. I don't even know what the lyrics to that song are, but that's what I felt like should be sung. These match. I feel like recently I've been getting a lot of matching DACs. Perfect. So we can remove this sticker. See how easy that was? And it leaves no marks. We love that for us. Oh, let's put this one back too. This, I'm not sure. I think that's Oraloa. Okay, what's next? 209 and then 301, which is C. And it should be in here somewhere. 301. Let's see. Oh, it does look like it does match. So let's see, what's new? Well, I did see someone about my migraines. So, you know, I had, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I had the severe migraine. And I called, like, I was sick until basically like Monday afternoon, and then I had to work Monday night. And I called 310. So we got tons of 310s. I called, so I found a doctor that was like a headache specialist. And I called the office, and they were like, they said that a new patient appointment is booking out into February of next year. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's crazy. So she's like, well, before I look for a new patient appointment, let's look to see if anyone's canceled. So she goes to look to see if anyone's canceled, and she was like, oh, someone canceled next week. And this is, I'm talking to you on Bob's birthday. Bob had a birthday today. So that's why I'm recording this pretty late. It's like almost midnight. And she said that someone canceled for 1 o'clock, and I took off for his birthday. So I snatched it up. And I was like, oh yeah, give it to me. And I saw her today. Like, how crazy is that? That there just happened to be something available like the very next week. And I saw her today. And it didn't go the way I pictured it. Like, she wanted to know about like headaches, every kind of headache. And when she talked about, this matches, I hope, yeah, it does. I kind of glanced at it and was like, oh yeah, that matches. It does though, perfectly. She wanted to talk about like every headache. Like she's a headache specialist, not necessarily like just migraine specialist. And so she was like asking me about just my headaches in general. And 340. I've always had headaches. Like, she asked me, you know, are headaches new for you? And I'm like, no. Like, I've always had headaches as long as I can remember. And honestly, I've had headaches my entire life that I didn't even know that it could be a possibility that someone has never experienced a headache. To me, that sounds crazy. Like, I just assumed everybody experienced and suffers from headaches. From, you know, whether it's just a random headache or, you know, they get a headache because they're sick. I don't know. They cried too much one time. Like, I just assumed everybody got headaches. I have met people, like, and, you know, when I, as an adult, talking to someone, you know, they would tell me, you know, I've never had a headache. And I'm like, what? Alien. Like, you must be an alien. So she starts saying how, you know, like, she wants to know about all my headaches. And for me, like, I don't really care about all of my headaches because they're very manageable. Like, my regular headache is very manageable. It doesn't go away until I take medication, Like, but just a Tylenol is enough. Like, it doesn't, like, you know, I don't even need, like, tension headache or migraine headache. I can just take 2 Tylenol and it'll make it go away. Now, I have to take something, Tylenol, ibuprofen, something to make it go away. If I sit there and say, oh, I don't want to take medicine, I just want it to go away naturally, I'll just sit there and suffer for hours. Like, I absolutely need to take something. But once I take it within a half hour, I'm fine. So for me, I felt like I don't really care about my regular headaches, but in her world, they're all somehow connected. And so, you know, they were all kind of relevant to her. And I'm just like, okay. So it was weird. Like, when I'm answering her questions, she would say, you know, headache. And I'm like, wait a minute. Do you mean like any headache or specifically my migraines? Because like, they're honestly, like, I don't care if I have general headaches for the rest of my life. If I can take a Tylenol and make it go away, that doesn't matter to me at all. Like, I've lived with that and it's not debilitating. In my mind, that's not debilitating. Like, you know, having a headache where a pill's going to take it away in a half hour, that's fine. So it was, you know, so I had to keep reminding myself, but she was like, any pain in the head, any pain whatsoever. And so that was kind of weird to me, because I thought too, like, that she would more so care about 603, specifically, you know, the migraines, the debilitating ones. And I don't know, I think on a scale of like migraines, you know, like, she was asking me like, how many days of the month do you have pain in your head? And I'm like, I don't know. When I get a migraine, it lasts up to 3 days, you know. You know, if I get just a regular headache, it's gone in a half hour because I'll take medicine for it. And so, you know, and Bob's like, well, there's days where you're like, I think I might be getting migraine, and you don't. And she's like, so then that means that there's something going on in your head. And I said, yeah, I don't know. So, you know, ultimately I said, you know, maybe as much as 8 to 10 days a month if I get 2 migraines in the month. But like on an average, like normally, no, I don't have any pain, you know, which, like, I guess the people that she sees generally, they're like always in pain. Like that sounds awful. And that's not how, I was like, she's like, so like you don't have pain like every day? And I'm like, no, not at all. Like, she's like, well, what would your pain be right now? And I'm like, 0. I don't have any pain. Like, so, and then she didn't really ask me a whole lot about, like, she asked me like, what do you think triggers it? And like, I thought I would be talking specifically like, oh, when I get my migraines, I like feel like I'm dying, and I feel like this, and I feel like I can't get out of bed, I can't do anything, I can't this. But it wasn't like that. Like, I didn't like have a whole lot of conversation about like what it felt like when I had them, and like how debilitating it was. And for me, was the most important part. So I don't know. It was just very, very bizarre. She was very thorough. She asked me a ton of questions. But like, it almost made me feel like, are these even migraines? I don't know. Like, so I asked her, is it normal? I'm like, it's not a huge pounding in my head. Like it could be as low as a 3 or a 4 and maybe as high as a 6, in my head, but I can't physically stand. I can't do anything. I just feel sick. And she was like, yeah, that's because, your brain controls everything. And when something's off in your brain, it'll make everything harder to do. So I was like, okay, so it does sound like I'm having migraines. And she said, yeah. So she did order me an MRI, which I'm going to have tomorrow, which I probably should be in bed because it's early in the morning, because I wanted to get it done as soon as possible. I didn't want to wait. So ultimately, in the end, okay, well, first I want to say that I realized something. 666. I started getting these migraines last year, and I realized that I started to get them basically after I got the COVID booster. And she said that there's been a lot of links of migraines being triggered from the booster. So I got the booster in March, and I went back and I read the email that I wrote my boss, because I ended up calling out of work my first shift after I got the booster. And I wrote in there, I've been sick. I was sick for 3 days with I felt like I had the flu, and I had a really bad headache, and I've been getting headaches every day ever since. I think that that was my first migraine, but I didn't know that it was a migraine because I didn't know that migraines made you feel like you had the flu. Well, or makes me feel like I have the flu. Like I said, I always thought migraines were just this like you thought your head was going to explode. But that's not what it is for me at all. And for me, medicine doesn't make the headache go away, but it's not, the headache's more mild than, feeling like my head's going to explode. It's all the other things that really hurt me, which is, the feeling like I'm dying, basically. It's awful. And so, honestly, March, I waited until the last day. They were like, oh, if you don't get the vaccine by this date, you'll be terminated. Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't want it. I didn't want the booster. I got the vaccine, and the first shot made me not feel well. The second shot made me not feel well even more. So I didn't want the booster, and I had COVID, so I had antibodies. And so I felt like why do I need to get more stuff? That was just what I was feeling. And then I ended up getting even more sick. And then I saw that, so then, because I was going back, so I could get my dates and stuff, when did it start and everything straight. And it was after that I ended up in urgent care. And when I looked at my discharge summary from the urgent care, it was in June, March, April, May. So in June, I ended up in urgent care, and it was like, today you have a migraine. And that's when they gave me the Imitrex. So what she said is sometimes people suffer from headaches and they have the potential to have migraines, me, and that they kind of stay dormant for whatever reason, and then something brings them out, whether it's stress, it's hormones. 726. And she said, unfortunately, once they start, they tend to, you tend to, like, they kind of don't go away. Like, so whatever triggers it to start, like, they more often, they just gain momentum and start becoming more frequent than they do to ever just become dormant again and not happen. So that was not fun to hear. And she said that it's been common that people have been experiencing migraines after the COVID vaccine. She said any vaccine can be a trigger. So it's whatever. But it's a 772. So I do feel like that because it was 3 months, and then it wasn't too long after that I got another one, and that was when I was at work and they had to send me home because I was just so sick. And then I went home and I took that second, like, urgent care. At urgent care, she gave me 2 Imitrexes. And she said that the dose was so small. The first time it did help me, and she's surprised it helped. She's like, it really was like not a lot. I think the normal dose is 100 and they only gave me 25 milligram pills. So I told her the first time it did help. Like, they gave me the Toradol shot. They gave me fluconazole. I was doing all this stuff at home, and then it wasn't going away. And finally, I took the Imitrex, and it did go away. But then the second time, it didn't help. And she said she was surprised that it helped the first time. And I was like, I don't care. I'm just glad it did, because that was awful. The second time I, left work early. Thank God it was like a Friday. It was a Thursday into Friday night. And I didn't have to work that weekend. And I was sick all weekend. And I think someone at work, like, their father passed away. And I didn't even get to go to the funeral. I was like so sick. 775. So anyway, so basically she said that there's no cure for them. It's just managing them and trying to get them to, like, not be debilitating or like, to decrease the number of days a month that you suffer from headache in general. And so she ordered like all these. Okay, so she ordered all these medicines. I think like 5 medications. And she said the reason why she's ordering me so many medications. Now, I'm someone who doesn't take any medicine, so she ordered me one to take every day. And believe it or not, it's a blood pressure pill. So she orders me a blood pressure pill to take every day. Um, 797. And it's dots. And yeah, so we stopped on the I was going to say, why is this brown? That's 779, 797. We stopped to pick them up, and that one wasn't ready, and we were both starving and everything, so I was like, I'll come back, so I have to go get it tomorrow. But I'm scared to start that, like, on a night that I have to work. I have to work the next 2 nights. So I kind of like feel like, and it doesn't, she says it won't really kick in for like 6 weeks. I don't know, guys. So 798. She also ordered me, so that's a preventative. She ordered me 1 preventative, and she gave me an option. There's like gabapentin, which is a nerve drug. This blood pressure med. All right, so Baba just came out here. So one was a blood pressure med. Oh, that's the one that she ordered me. One was gabapentin, which is a nerve medication. So she said that was a possibility. And I was concerned about that one. I mean, she was like, she was telling me that, you know, it would be like 100 milligrams, and if I tolerated that, I could go up to 200 milligrams, and if I tolerated that, I could go up to 300 milligrams. Like, what? Dude, 300, I don't know. And it makes people tired. I give gabapentin all the time, and people go right to sleep. And so I was like, well, my concern about that one is that I work nights. So like because she was like, you would take it before bed. I'm like, my bedtime is different. Like, depending on if I work that night. If I work nights, my bedtime is during the day. So do I not take it until the next day? Like, I wouldn't be able to take it consistently at 8 p.m., you know? And she was like, oh, it probably won't make you tired. I'm like, okay, but I'm not really trying to like figure that out. I don't really want to like, you know, be falling asleep at work and feeling like crap. I don't know. So I kind of like got that one off the list pretty quick. And then the other one, it was like an antidepressant. And she's like, I don't know how you feel about antidepressants. And like, I don't feel negative about antidepressants at all. Like, I think that, you know, they're very necessary, especially, you know, if you have depression. Like, I'm all for it. I think that they are absolutely, you know, it can, if there's a chemical imbalance. But then, so I told her, I was like, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to trying it. My only concern is that I don't suffer from depression. And so I'm not sure if I want to like change the chemicals in my brain if I don't suffer from depression. I think that like, I don't know. I think that they're very important, and, you know, I think that they're very necessary, but like, I don't know how it would be if you took it for like off-label reasons. You know what I mean? So we went with the blood pressure medication. She was like, oh, your blood pressure is 120. You have plenty of room, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I think we're going to try that as my preventative. And then she ordered all of these other ones for like acute, like the acute flare-up. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, she ordered so many of them. Okay, Zofran, I know. She ordered me Zofran. She said, you know, because I did have that nausea and vomiting episode. So she said that I should take that right away. Like, as soon as I think I'm getting a migraine, I should take the Zofran so that I can continue to take PO or by mouth medications so that, you know, I can tolerate my meds and not get sick. So she actually wants me to utilize that one if I have, not necessarily if I start to feel nauseous, just if it starts to come on, take that so that I can take my meds and like hopefully stop the migraine. I totally get that. I'm all on board with that. So she ordered me that. That's one of them. And then she ordered me like 3 other ones that will, like, I think are supposed to like stop it if it starts. And I don't know the names of those. I know the one is the Imitrex that I tried, and she said, you know, it's a good one that is generally used for migraines, and that just because it didn't work for me the second time, that we shouldn't discount it because the dose was so small that they had ordered for me. That she's like, I don't understand doctors that order people such a she's like, it's literally the amount that they ordered you is like half a baby aspirin. It's just not gonna help. So I said, yeah, I mean, if it was not prescribed properly and you think it's gonna help me, I was like, listen, you're the expert, and all I want to do is stop these. Like, so whatever you think will help me, like I'll try. Like, I'll try. If you told me to go out in the parking lot, stand on one foot, hop up and down, and rub my belly and head at the same time, I would do that if there was a chance of stopping these from happening. Like, I am, whatever we need to do, doc, whatever we need to do. So that's what I got. I got a bunch of medications, and she said the reason why she's ordering me so many is because her schedule is so ridiculous. She moved here out of state. They hired her because she's literally the only one in her specialty. So, and I don't know. She said, you know, I'm coming to her so early that she feels very confident in being able to control this. That, she said, usually the people that she sees, they're like suffering from migraines like 20 out of the 20 plus days. They have migraine and or headache, that they've tried everything possible, and you know, they've tried multiple modalities, multiple medications, nothing seems to work for them, like all this stuff, and that's not my case. So she's like, you're a blank slate, like and that's going to be in your favor because there's so many things that we can try for you. Can I just say how awesome it's been that all of these colors like actually match? This has been awesome. So she said, like it's very rare for her to meet someone like me, you know, that hasn't tried like every medication under the sun and has had no luck. I'm just like, okay, I couldn't imagine, like, it is so debilitating. Like, I'm trying to like express to her, like I couldn't go for years without like doing something. I don't know. Like, I feel like she doesn't understand how debilitating it is. Like, I was trying to explain to her, like, there's no way that I could physically work while I have a migraine. Like, I can't stand up. I can't, you know, I physically cannot stand up straight. So I don't know. So I got this arsenal, and she was calling it my toolbox. She said, and then she also wants to do, she said that she like felt my neck and my shoulders and stuff, and she asked me about like any like knots or and I told her, yeah, I've had a knot in under my right scapula for years that I've, you know, complained about and stuff. And so she like felt around there, and she's like, yeah, you could use some trigger point injections, like nerve blocks, and I don't know what else, something where 3766. So basically, like, I guess, like, she said she's going to inject it right into like the jumbled, I'm sorry, that was my forehead. The jumbled nerves or the jumbled muscle, and it should help release it. So I said, but here's the funny thing. Oh my God. She's like, you know, the one thing I can't control is my schedule. I can't, you know, so she said, that's why I'm giving you so many things to try. So basically, I have my, what is it called? My preventative med that I'll take every day, and hopefully it'll ward off, you know, me even having to deal with one. But she gave me all of those other options in case I do still get a migraine. She said to play around with them and to not be afraid to try different combinations to try to like squelch it, so to speak. You know, like I can take this one and this one together, or this one and this one together, or I'm just like, okay. It's a lot. It's a lot considering, you know, I'm not on any meds. It's a lot, but like I said, whatever I need to do. 37, I think that was 3766. 3810 is next, and it's right here. So we go out and we make my follow-up appointment, and her first available follow-up appointment isn't until June of next year. No joke. So of course I take it. So then she says, and she, the doctor warned us that, you know, her injection schedule is very, very, very far out. She's like, it's, you know, unfortunately, she's like, I don't have any control over that, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay. So we go out there, and she goes to schedule me for my injection, and she's like, all right, we have November 6th. We have November 6th at blah, blah, blah time. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. I was like, I'll take it, you know. And so I put it in my thing, and she's like, okay, and I'll schedule you for the rest of the year too. And I was like, okay, cool. 3811. So she says to the lady, how come I can't see schedule? She's like, why is it not showing me the rest of the schedule? And she's like, because you're in 2025. And she's like, well, why did it do that? And so she's like trying to go back, and she's like, oh, you're in 2025. And she's like, well, I scheduled her for November. And she's like, now I'm trying to give her like every 6 weeks. And she's like, but you're in 2025. And then the reason why she jumped to 2025 is because she scheduled me for November 6th, 2024. That's when her next available is to give me the injection. I am not even kidding you. I was like, so she's like, oh, she's like, I'm sorry, 2020, it's November 6th in 2024. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, I might be busy on that day. I don't know if they thought that was funny, but oh my God. And Bob's like, so she actually scheduled me for that first, and then she went to schedule me for the follow-up appointment, which was in June. And so she's like, all right, let's schedule your follow-up now. And Bob's like, okay, make sure you tell us the year. And she's like, yeah, sorry about that. I'm like, November of 2024? Are you serious right now? Like, that's over a year away. That's what, 12, 13, 14, like almost 15 months away before you can get. I'm like, that is so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. I gotta leave. That I didn't write that well. 3823. I gotta leave them the other number that's on here that when I go to separate them. 382. It's 3823, right? Yes, 3823. Okay. Can't believe I did that. 3823. Okay. And then this is garbage. Oh, we only have 3 more to go. So, no, 4 more to go. 4 more to go. Okay, so 3844. 3844. So, yeah. So, I'm going to get... And I said to Bob, I was like, on the way home, I said, you know what? Honestly, she's not the only neurologist that can do like trigger point injections, because my girlfriend just got it for her shoulder issues. The doctor injected her with trigger point injections, or it was actually a pain management doctor, not even a neurologist. I was like, she should like refer us to someone. I mean, if she can't do it for 16, 15 months, you know, keep that schedule, but refer you to someone who can get you in and do it until she can do it. Because like, how is that helping me? Like, how are you helping me if you can't even see me for 15 months to give me the therapy? I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm just hoping that, I'm just hoping, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this blood pressure medication makes it so that I don't ever have to take any of the other meds. and that if I do have to take any of the other meds, I only have to take one of them. I don't mean the Zofran. I'll take the Zofran. That's an emetic, antiemetic, emesis for, that's an anti-nausea med. Okay, I'll take that. But I mean the actual migraine medications, I'm hoping that I only need one of them. The Imitrex. I'm probably going to go for that one first, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Only because I know that name better. And the 25 did help me that first time. The 25 did not help me the second time. But I'm thinking, like, if I could just get one of those to work, just one, you know, where it stops it in its tracks, and then I can go on with my life. That's all I need. That's all I need. I'm just praying that's what it's gonna do. But yeah, that was my big news, I guess. I don't know how I feel about it. And then I asked her about FMLA, and she did not seem interested in that at all. She started saying something about, and I was like I didn't want her to think that's the only reason why I saw her. I can get that from my primary if I need it too. Like, that's not why I saw you. I just don't want to lose my job because of these migraines. You know, that's kind of important to me too. Like, so, but yeah, I was surprised. I would think that someone who deals with migraines fills out quite a bit of FMLA paperwork. But yeah, she was not interested in that at all. She was like, and I said, you know, so I just shut it down. I was just like, all right, let me just try these things. You know, maybe one of these, I'm never even gonna have to think about this again. Like, maybe I'll be cured, and you know, this will all be a bad dream of the past. So she's like, yeah, let's just try this. And so I don't know, but I did think it was a little strange that, you know, she knows what I do, and I was trying to express to her that, because I've watched a lot, and I told her I've watched a lot of videos on migraines and people talking about their migraines, and like people saying, you know, that they still go through their day, they're just miserable. Like, I physically cannot go through my day. I can't. I would not be able to work. All right, let me go get my AV drill containers. I'm just grabbing my drawer. So I keep it in this drawer system. All right, so let's see here. 141. I think I have two 141s because they didn't match. This is, yeah, this one's kind of like a off white. This is white. This might be, filling it up here. Whoops. Come on now. I don't want to lose any of you you beauties. All right, we got that done. Yeah, this wasn't the most happy cherry one, huh? 135. Kicked my dog out of the room. I'm like a crotchety old woman. Okay. So Bob and I went, we got he picked sushi for his birthday dinner. And we were supposed to get Italian food, and I was really looking forward to it. And then he was like, you know what, scratch that. I want sushi. And I was like, I'm not really into sushi anymore. I don't know why. I used to love it, and now it's just not, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I used to like crave it every week. I used to eat it like crazy, and I'm just not that into it. I don't know. I only eat it when other people want it. And honestly, if it wasn't his birthday, I would have said, I really don't want that. But because it's his birthday, I let him choose. Aren't I nice? I sacrificed. And yeah, it was okay. To me, it was just okay. And he came out when he just woke up. He was like, yeah, I can't eat that stuff anymore. And I was like, yeah, I would be eating a big fat plate of spaghetti right now if we had gotten what we were supposed to get. I was like, I would have been diving in for seconds, but I ain't touching that stuff now. I'm good. I don't know. So anyway, so then we were supposed to get Duck Donuts, and I saw that they opened this thing called Cinnaholic, which was like a Cinnabon place, and they like make these crazy Cinnabons. And they were okay too. I should have stuck with the Duck Donuts. And he kept saying, no, you said Duck Donuts, we're gonna get Duck Donuts. And I was like, but I want both. Well, we only got the Cinnabons. She took forever. Like, I was like, it's a shame, because even if they were really, really good, because she was so slow, like I could see people not going back there to make them. And yeah, so that was just okay too. I should have listened to him and just stuck with the Duck Donuts. I would have been much happier. All right. Let's see here. Let's do this thing called, let's pick a winner. I'm gonna set my computer up. And oh my goodness, my son put this on here. I think it needs to stay. And I'm gonna move your angle. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm on my diamond painting kitten chat 2K sub, thank you. So I just copied the URL code, and I'm gonna go to the YouTube random comment picker and fetch. No, we don't want anything goes. We need a keyword. What's your keyword? Our keyword is wolf. Okay. And continue. All right, so there's 50 comments loaded. All right, so you guys can see this. Just gonna click it. Pick a winner. Tracy Good Enough. Hey Tracy, Congratulations. We have a story of the three little pigs and the wolf tries to blow their houses down. Yes, I love that story. Tracy, congratulations. You won a $50 gift card to Calming Canvas Designs. You know how to get a hold of me. So go ahead and either email me, Instagram message me, Facebook message me. You know what to do. And I will give you a code for a gift card. Okay? Congratulations. Guys, thank you everyone who commented and everyone who, all my new subscribers. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everyone watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you everyone for helping me build this channel. And I'm sorry that this was like more of a blah, I guess me kind of whining about my migraines, but I don't know, I'm in a weird mood. I'm in a weird like blah mood. That's why I just didn't feel like diamond painting. I don't know, you know, we all have these moods, so I'm sure you understand. But thank you. I appreciate all of you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care. Keep diamond painting.